Hello everyone, I hope this finds you well. I'm Lauren De Silva. We're going to be having a look at the Oracle cards for this full moon in April, which is known as the pink moon, and that gives us a clue around its nature. It's an emotional full moon. Now, all full moons tend to be more emotional because the moon does bring emotions to the surface. It affects the watery aspect within us. But this full moon, we've got the heightened emotion that generally accompanies a full moon. It's in the sign of Libra, which is ruled by the planet Venus, love and relationships. And we're in sun sign Aries, which has a fiery energy. So that combines to say, yes, it could be quite an emotional full moon. Now that might be beautiful emotions, or it might be that you're feeling more sensitive than usual, or people around you are more sensitive than usual, or even more argumentative. So to be aware of that. Now, Libra is represented by the weighing scales, the symbol of the weighing scales, which suggests that it's a good time to look at balance in your life. Where is your life in balance, and where has it gone out of balance? Are you resting enough? Are you sleeping enough? Are you playing enough? Do you spend enough time and energy on your important relationships? They're all things that you might be thinking about. Are there aspects of your life where you put an awful lot in but you don't actually get much back? Maybe you need to extricate some of your energy from those areas. Or are you making wise investments with your energy where there's a relatively equal giving and taking going on? So look at balance. Libra is also the sign of justice. Librans love a just result, and you look at the weighing scales and you see that reflected in law courts. You know, you often have that statue holding the weighing scales, and it's about a fair result. It's saying, okay, look, if there's been an aspect of your life where things have felt unfair, maybe there's been something where you haven't felt listened to, or where all the dice seem to have been held by, or all the cards seem to have been held by someone else, and you haven't had your side properly represented. This is the time to look at that and to say, well, okay, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to redress the balance over this next couple of weeks and see what I can do about getting a fair result, fair representation here. And that might be in the physical. Maybe you do need to, you know, if it's legal, maybe you need to look at your legal representation, but it could easily be an energetic fairness, a request to the universe for fairness, because I do believe that karmically everything does come out in the end, but sometimes the universe has its own timing, and this is a timing. This is one of those cosmic timings where justice is highlighted for us, a just result. So bear in mind you could be more sensitive, bear in mind it's a time for balance, bear in mind it's a time for justice, and let's have a look and see what the cards are telling us. So before we start looking at the cards, I'd like you to take a few deep breaths. And this is helping you to come into the moment, to give yourself permission to relax. And intuitively, take a look at the 3 crystals I've chosen for the reading today. We have garnet, deep red. We have a piece of fluorite. This is a blue fluorite. And we have a piece of rose quartz. Now, which of those 3 crystals intuitively do you feel most drawn towards? And that's likely to be the part of the reading with the most significance for you. Now, I will say these are general readings, so if there is anything that does not resonate for you, just leave it behind. It may be for someone else. So we're going to begin, if you've made your choice, we're going to begin by looking at this card. This was my own card of the day. And just pop these here. So, under the garnet, this is the Thoth Tarot. And my card of the day, which may be your card as well, is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a really dynamic character. She's full of fire and energy and enthusiasm. There's lots of inspiration coming into her. And because she's a fiery energy, she does go particularly well with the Aries energy that we have at the moment, because it's a fire sign. She carries a wand. In this case, on the Thoth deck, it's more of a staff or a scepter with a pine cone on the end. And the pine cone is said to represent the pineal gland, which is connected with our psychic abilities. It's actually located in our brains, and very much it actually picks up light, which is an interesting phenomena. Even though it's inside our skulls, it's receptive to light. Curious, eh? So she is a receiver of light. She's a receiver of information from the universe, and she channels that information into her creativity. So she can get things done, she can make things happen. She's also very social. She likes people, she likes animals, she loves life. So this is an enthusiastic card. It's someone, you know, if you've got social events planned, great. It means you'll be kind of on form. If you want to create something, if you're writing or painting or making in any way, shape or form, she's your archetype. Okay. So that's the kind of the mood of the day that I picked for myself. And I pick a Thoth Tarot card every day. The Thoth deck was my first deck, oh gosh, 40 years ago, and it's still with me today. So there's our number one energy as a keynote of this reading. So we've actually had Mercury in retrograde. Mercury has now gone direct. We've had Venus in retrograde. Venus is about to go direct on the same day as the full moon. And so we've kind of got this forward momentum starting up again. Whereas we've been reflecting, we can move forward with our plans and projects again now, it feels. Okay, so if you picked the fluorite, these are my Sacred Circle Tarot. I'm going to give them a shuffle. So as you see these cards, and as my clients see the cards that I pick, I do invite you to also draw on your intuition, look at the images, and think, what does that mean to me? Not just what I say, but what does it mean to you? Okay, you're relevant too, you know. So let's have a look. What have we got? And I just want to have a look at what's underneath. Oh, hello. So we have the warrior, who in other decks might be the strength card, but the warrior looking, I think, like Susie Quattro, if you remember her, if you're old enough like I am to remember Susie, and I thought she was amazing. She probably still is amazing. I think she's still rocking it. So Susie, aka the warrior, she's armed, she's ready for action, she's got her power animal, the badger. She doesn't take any rubbish from anyone. And again, very in keeping with the Aries energy at the moment. So she's got her boundaries sorted. And there may be points, especially as emotions get heightened during a full moon, where you do need to stick up for yourself, where you do need your boundaries. It doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. It doesn't mean, let's just look at her there, you know, she's not literally fighting with anyone, but she's ready if she needs to be. So, right, let's have a look then. How are we? Aha, okay, so we're in contemplation mode here. Page of Swords, deep thought. We've got a raven flying overhead. I actually heard ravens. I went out on Wednesday to a beautiful landscape quite near here called Hay Bluff. and a pair of ravens flew over calling. So, and I love raven energy. So raven, magic, mystery, and insight. And here we are with the page. He's got his sword as well, page of swords, but he's not using it. He's thinking. He's thinking. Okay, so he's not impetuous. He is pondering. You've got something maybe on your mind, something to sort out, deciding which way to go with it. Okay, let's see what we've got. Maybe there's something that you're not wanting to pursue. You know, sometimes, here we are. Oh, it's still going on. Right, let's have a look. So it's a kind of, do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Because we've got abandonment and fluctuation. Sometimes we cut our losses, and that can be a valid decision. Okay. Sometimes we say, that is not worth my time and energy. I'm letting go of it. That can be valid. There is a flip side to this card, of course, that you feel abandoned emotionally. It might not be you doing the abandoning, and that might need healing. So, you know if that applies to you. But fluctuation suggests that you're considering, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? And fluctuation, by the way, is very much in keeping with the Libra full moon energy, because Libra likes to weigh everything up. So this is actually a very Libran type spread here, where it's consideration going on at a deep level. It's weighing up the pros and the cons. Do I, don't I? Do I let go at this point? Do I hang on for a bit? I'm just going to pick one more card to see if we get any more. Oh, and that might be why you're thinking deeply, because you know that your decision may actually create or sow the seeds of discord. So if you decide, right, I'm going, that's it, I've had enough, you are aware that some people won't like that. Or, flip side, you decide you're going to stick it out. Maybe some people don't like that. Maybe you're in an uncomfortable situation where you're going, well, it would be easier to walk away. If I stay, I'm going to have to duke it out. Yeah, I'm going to have to actually lock horns with the situation. So it's not necessarily comfortable, but it may be necessary. Now you need to think, does this apply to you? Is there a situation where you're really considering your options? I'm going to have one more on that just to see if we get any more help. Oh, and you feel tied in. Gosh, look at that. So it's tricky. It's tricky. It's a thorny situation. These are like barbed thorns. Now it may be, you see, that you feel restricted by whatever this is, and letting yourself out might free your energy up, okay? Or you feel you can't get out. You need clarification on that. Maybe you need a bit of her energy to get the action moving. Maybe you need a bit of Queen of Wands energy, who doesn't get so stuck, because those cards feel quite sticky, quite stuck, quite, I don't really know what to do, and I don't know whether to stay or to go with this situation, and I feel stuck. And I'm just going to actually give you a bonus here. Let's just ask for the best resolution for you. We'll see. If you're in this kind of sticky situation, you're going, oh, I don't know, if I go, people won't like it. If I stay, I feel stuck. What do I do? And this card wants to come out. Oh, okay. So this is the bright light. This was just came sort of loose in my hand. This says, do you know what? This is only a passing phase. Don't get so stuck in it. Don't get so stuck in your mind energy that you miss the opportunities that are actually available to you, because this situation's taking up a lot of mental capacity here, whatever it might be. And actually, do you know what? Here's the Six of Wands, here's success. It's bright, it's sunny, it's action, it's another fire card. And you could shift your mind away from that and look instead, where is success possible? Maybe you do need to leave a situation to free yourself up to get here. You will know whether that's true, but it's saying don't get bogged down and don't spend so much time weighing up that you miss something good that is on the horizon. So this is much more promising, fresh, bright energy as we move from spring towards the summer. I would say it's on the horizon, because we've got swallows here. So the swallows haven't quite arrived yet, but they will be with us. So don't get too weighed down, is what that's saying, because there's something better on the horizon. You need to kind of go beyond what you're looking at currently and look forward. What is it you're dreaming of? What are the hopes and dreams? What practical steps could you start to make? Maybe it's looking at a new job, maybe it's looking at somewhere else to live, maybe it's looking at a new project. Are there practical steps you could take in the direction of your dreams? Because there's something much more promising if you have the boldness to come out of this place where you feel stuck and trapped. I hope that makes sense. And as I say, if it doesn't, don't worry. If you think, well, I'm fine, then that bit's not for you, because there's other people on this watching this video as well. So, but for those of you who have felt stuck, I hope that gives you a little ray of sunshine on the horizon. It's there to help you through a sticky patch, and it is only a passing phase. So we're going to have an angel card. These are the angel script. So they have angel light language on them, symbolic angel language. And let's see, these are by Theolin Cortons, and got this one here. That kind of goes with what I've been saying, and this was under the rose quartz, by the way. So this is the angel card Samak Wisdom, and whatever's going on in the outside world, and however crazy that appears sometimes, we have a responsibility to do our best to apply sacred wisdom in our own lives. We can do this. It's like the Queen of Wands. We've got these points of light coming in from the top, channeled down through the staff to bring wisdom down here on earth, divine wisdom. And the message from Theolin's book is, you carry all the wisdom you need for living a fulfilled life. Your wisdom is your inheritance. You are a child of the divine. This wisdom is in your own heart, and you can always turn to it. If you listen to this wisdom, you will always make true choices and live in harmony with your own chosen path. You only make mistakes when you forget to listen to your heart. And I think that's really useful guidance, given the rest of the reading, where it looked like there was a choice on the table, weighing up the options. Which one sits right in your heart? That's the way to choose. Choose through the heart rather than through the mind, because the mind puts all kinds of ifs and buts in the way sometimes, all kinds of worry energy. Cut through that. Go with your heart for your chosen path, because there is a choice here, and Libra is all about restoring harmony. And let's just finish off today with, here we are, one of my little touchstones cards. These are 50 little crystal cards that I put together for my clients and students, and for you if you want them. I send out in the UK if you do want them. And they each have a crystal, a keyword, and an affirmation. This one wants to come out. Okay, there we are. So your crystal guidance is sapphire, truth, and I speak my truth, which kind of goes with, do you remember the warrior card at right at the beginning of these, where she just is very truthful, honest, and not afraid to be truthful. Okay, so I hope that was useful for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please remember to like the video. If you're not a member of my channel, I'd really value your subscription. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the tarot with me, I have a class coming up at the end of this month, last Saturday of the month. It will be on Zoom. The video will be enabled for you. Your audio will be enabled so that we can actually interact. It's a small group, and you'll find the details through my newsletter. So contact me, actually ask me about that class. It's not designed to make you into a psychic, it's designed to help you with the tarot, help you get into the tarot, help you see the stories that emerge when you use the tarot, get more comfortable with the tarot cards so that you can enjoy them more yourself.